What is the point? This is a question I frequently ponder. Like, why do I bother making videos? After almost 300 uploads to my channel with absolutely zero financial gain, why would I even continue? They say that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different result. So, am I insane? Have I lost my mind? I try to change the subjects of my videos, but there's only so many ways to make videos about tying the perfect knot or I stealth camped here. So I'm left once again trying to understand what exactly is the point. After all, if I knew that little detail, surely my mind would be flooded with a cornucopia of fresh and original ideas for new videos. But alas, that one minute fact eludes me. So I'm going to explore what is the point of trying to have a bushcraft YouTube channel. Maybe the point isn't what I thought it was. See, when I first started uploading, I think, if I'm honest, I had the same quiet fantasy most creators have. You post a few videos, one of them catches. The algorithm just smiles upon you like some digital forest spirit. Suddenly you're monetized, maybe a sponsorship or two rolls in, free gear shows up at the door. You justify the time in the woods as work. But you see, that's not how it happened. What did happen was this: cold mornings, wet socks, camera batteries dying at the worst possible moment, hours of editing for a video that might get a few hundred views, a comment section that is sometimes kind, sometimes indifferent, and occasionally just brutally honest. And yet I kept going. So again, what is the point? When I'm out there in the bush, tripod set up in the snow, fiddling with a ferro rod while the wind bites my fingers, there's this strange clarity. It's just me, the trees, the task at hand, and the quiet red blinking light of the camera. The act of filming forces me to slow down, to explain what I'm doing, to think about why I'm actually doing it. You can tie a knot mindlessly, or you can tie it carefully, deliberately, explaining tension, friction, structure. And when I film it, I have to understand it. I have to respect it. The camera doesn't allow me to rush. And maybe that's part of the point. You see, bushcraft at its core is not about views. It's not about monetization. It's about competence. It's about self-reliance. It's about looking at a pile of sticks and seeing a shelter, or looking at a cold camp and seeing warmth waiting to be coaxed out of damp wood. Maybe the channel is just an extension of that. I think there's something else too. When I hit upload, I'm not just sharing information. I'm documenting a version of myself. Every video is like a timestamp, a season of life, a mindset, a skill level. If you scroll back far enough, you can see the awkwardness, the stiff delivery, the delivery, shaky camera work. You can see a guy figuring it out in real time. And maybe that's the point. Growth isn't loud, it's incremental, it's subtle. It's the difference between struggling to get a fire going and doing it calmly, almost absent-mindedly. It's the difference between needing validation and just enjoying the process. 300 videos, 300 attempts at saying, this matters to me. I don't think that's insanity, that's persistence. But let's be honest, there are days when it feels foolish. Days when I think about the hours invested, filming, editing, uploading, responding, and I wonder if that time should have gone somewhere else, into a business, into a safer bet, into something that guarantees return. And then I remember something really simple. See, when I was younger, I didn't care about return on investments when I went outside. I didn't measure the financial upside of building a shelter or practicing a knot over and over again. I did it because it felt right, because it connected me to something older than metrics and analytic dashboards. Somewhere along the way, we start asking, what does this get me? Maybe the better question is, who does this make me? The act of consistently putting yourself out there, imperfectly, publicly, it changes you. It builds resilience. It builds discipline. It teaches you to create even when inspiration is thin. It teaches you to show up when no one is clapping. And that might be the real currency. There's also the quiet possibility that someone out there benefits. Maybe a young guy stumbles across a video about a simple knot and it sparks something. Maybe someone stuck in a city apartment watches a stealth camp and feels the itch to step outside. Maybe one person decides to try building a fire instead of scrolling endlessly. You might never know, but impact doesn't require applause. And then there's this. When I'm editing footage of a snowy forest, the crunch of boots, the sound of a blade butting into wood, I get to relive it. The world today is loud and fast and chaotic, and bushcraft is slow, intentional, and honest. This channel forces me back into that rhythm again and again. If I stopped uploading tomorrow, I would still go in the woods. I'd still practice skills. I would still build fires and shelters and tie knots. So maybe the channel isn't the point. Maybe the channel is just the record. The point might be the practice. The point might be proving to myself that I can commit to something long-term without immediate reward, that I can create without external validation, that I can endure the quiet seasons. We live in a time where everything is optimized for instant feedbacks, likes, views, revenue, growth curves. But bushcraft laughs at instant gratification. You don't need to rush a good fire. You don't hurry seasoned wood. You don't command the weather. You adapt. You persist. You work with what you have. 300 videos with no financial gain might look like a failure on paper. But if each one made me a little more patient, a little more skilled, and a little more self-aware, then was it really a loss? Or was it training? Training in consistency, training in humility, training in doing something simply because it aligns with who you are. Maybe the point is this. I'm not building a channel, and maybe I'm building myself. The channel is just the visible artifact. And perhaps one day the financial side will come, or maybe it won't. Maybe it remains a small, steady corner of the internet where I explore fire, friction, shelter, and silence. Either way, the woods don't care about my subscriber count. The trees don't care about monetization thresholds. The knot doesn't care if it's tied for 10 views or 10 million views. It either holds or it don't. And maybe that's the final lesson. The point isn't to chase numbers. The point is to hold. To hold your discipline when motivation fades. To hold your standards when no one else is watching. To hold your curiosity even when ideals feel repetitive. To hold the line. So am I insane? No, I'm practicing. I'm documenting. I'm refining. And I'm reminding myself that not everything meaningful produces money. Some things produce character. Some things produce peace. Some things produce quiet confidence that can't be quantified. What is the point? Maybe the point is that when I step into the bush with a camera, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, doing something that feels ancient and grounding in a world that feels increasingly artificial. Maybe the point is the process. Maybe the point is the person I become in pursuit of it. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough.